So our next guest is Notre Dame quarterback Ian Book. Ian, you are 5-0, cruising through the ACC. Through 5 weeks, how would you define the offensive identity of this team?
Yeah, we've been talking about that as an offense. It was something that Coach Rees asked us, week one, and we didn't really know. We wanted to figure it out, and we needed to play some games. And I think after last week, we found a little bit of that. I don't know if there's one word to describe it, but this team's just flying around and having fun. And one thing we talked about for sure was starting fast and finishing strong. And we were able to do that last week and play a bunch of guys. And I don't know if there's an exact word for it yet. We might get there, but this team's physical. That's probably the first one I'd go with. And it's just fun to play with these guys on Saturday. Everyone's flying around, and you see that, they put in the work and the preparation during the week, and you just see the results on Saturday. And this team's just physical. It's smash mouth football, and it's fun to be out there with these guys.
And this year, you get the same crazy pressures that associate with being the Notre Dame quarterback, but you're also living a bubble boy lifestyle. It seems like a lot of time with your own thoughts. How are you hanging psychologically?
Right. I'm doing great. This whole COVID thing has just been crazy, but I've been able to adjust. I'm a fifth year, non-degree seeking, getting my class done, and I am living in a bubble. I go home, I stop and get Chipotle to go, and I come to the Goog, and that's it. And that's been my life, and I enjoy it. That's why I came back, is to have a season like that, and trying to acting like a professional and just trying to just focus on football as much as I can, and meet with Coach Rees. And I honestly think you can find some positives with this COVID thing, and one of those is the fact that I got nothing else to do but COVID, and my mind's set straight, and I just want to go out there and win with the guys.
Seems like back-to-back windy-ass games that you've played in. Which one was worse condition-wise?
The Louisville game was unbelievable. It was, you can spin the ball through some wind, but that was some next-level stuff. And, we tried not to talk about it, and we wanted to throw the ball around. And, we were able to run the ball a lot, which is great with this team. And, but that was the windiest game I've played in. I know I said that to you on the sideline, but it was still fun. And when you have a run game like that, there's nothing to worry about. So it's a great compliment. And, it was windy, though.
How do you play in windy games? Like, what's the secret to throwing through the wind?
You try not to think about it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You think about it, it'll take it. And I don't think there's a secret to it, honestly. You just do what you do. Go out there and, try not to think about it is honestly my best recommendation for that one.
In this Pitt game, you were 16 of 30. It's your first 300-yard passing game of the season, 3 passing touchdowns. Your isolated performance, how did you feel about it flying home from Pittsburgh on Saturday night?
Yeah, I felt good about it, and I was extremely happy. Obviously it felt good to throw for 300 and have guys go up and get the ball like that, like Ben did, and Michael Mayer. But we watched the film yesterday. I could have had a way better game. There's always stuff you can fix, and there were some plays. I missed throws that I usually don't miss, and it's frustrating. And I just wanted to look at those, the fine details to why I did miss some of those throws, and I could have had a better night. I look forward to having a better night.
Baby Gronk could have had 3 touchdowns against Pitt, couldn't he?
Yeah, he's really good. Baby Gronk, I like that. Yeah, he's really good. He's talented, and his maturity as a freshman it's unheard of. He's out there, and I love playing with him. He's fun. He goes up there and gets it. He just works so hard throughout the week, and I'm glad it's paying off for him.
What do you think about the Baby Gronk nickname? Like, can you take me to the origin of that? Like, where did that come from?
He's got a couple. People kind of call him everything. I like the Baby Gronk one. It fits. And he's physical like Gronk. He goes up there, he makes the catch, and he kind of looks like him, honestly, a little bit, doesn't he?
Oh, you know,
with the hair. So
yeah,
he's unbelievable, and happy to love having him on the team, and I love playing with him.
There was no spring football, so how the hell did this guy learn the offense that fast?
Yeah, he's a smart kid. We got a lot of smart guys on offense who understood that COVID, took time away from us getting some reps, and we saw that with Ben. He's a fifth year, not a freshman, but he had to come in, and he had flashcards going every day. I saw it, and the care factor is high, and that's what it's like at Notre Dame. Honestly, you recruit guys like that who care and want to play, and when you got freshmen who know everything, and there's nothing that just makes me feel good out there. You know, everyone wants to learn, and we didn't get a spring ball, so those guys were doing it on their own, and we were able to meet and get some throwing sessions in. So it was awesome.
It's pretty clear that Tommy Rees has rewritten the code of the Notre Dame offense this year. So in year 5, how would you describe or define what your new role is right now?
Yeah. You know, first off, with Coach Rees, he's done an unbelievable job. I say it every year. Just happy to be his quarterback, you know, have him be my coordinator. He's unbelievable. He's so smart. He understands, you know, where to attack. So just seeing him, you know, do his thing and being with him when he was the quarterback coach and then moving to OC, he's just done a phenomenal job. He's in the building all the time, grinding, you know, for us and putting us in the best situation possible. So I just love having him as a coordinator. So I want to give him some praise there.
So but your role?
I'm sorry. I know. I was like, okay, that's cool. We talk about it all the time. Just deliver the ball to the playmakers. I don't need to do anything special. He tells me that a lot. Don't put the whole, the whole game plan on your back. You don't need to make superhuman efforts. Just go out there and deliver the ball. Do what you do every week. Get the ball to our playmakers. He's going to call the right plays and attack certain areas. It's my job to get it there. And then in the run game, make some smart reads as well. So that's what he's been telling me the last couple of weeks. You know, I don't need to overthink anything. I don't need to be out there, you know, putting all this pressure on myself to make a crazy play. If we just do the routine stuff, we're going to get it done.
What's it like playing the quarterback position when your most notable playmakers are 2 tight ends and a running back that's catching a bunch of balls coming out of the backfield?
Yeah.
What is that like when you're looking around and, you know, all these receivers are banged up and everything this offense is going through?
It just kind of shows you the next man in mentality. And even when it's not next man in, it's a starting running back like Kyron. We got to play and, you know, play to his strength, and he can catch and he can run routes. So why not use him? And again, with 2 tight ends who can go out there and we can get a matchup on a linebacker, you know, that's gold right there. That's what we want. So again, with Coach Rees, just, you know, finding, you know, the guys in our system and what they can do and, you know, running plays that, you know, help kind of like, for example, kind of help them just get in the best situation possible and exploit the defense and go in certain areas that he can see and then get our playmakers in that area.
Yeah. Yeah. So the receivers on the outside, Braden Lindsey, Kevin Austin, they were just getting healthy. I mean, they were just getting back on the field. What happened this past week?
Yeah. It's tough. It's football. And you lose guys and the guys go down quick. And after that first game, you're playing games injured. And that's the game of football. It's how it's always been. And again, the next man up mentality. We got guys stepping up this week, today in practice, and you name it. But, you know, we got some guys that are nicked up. They'll be back. I don't know, you know, the exact details on everybody, but, you know, I know Braden, obviously everybody saw, you know, he grabbed his hammy. So he's been battling through it. I know he's going to get back. And when he comes back, we're going to use him again. And same thing with Kevin. He was doing an unbelievable job. He was doing everything you asked him. Obviously, you know, had an injury, and I don't know his timeline as well, but he's here every day. He's still in the receiver room. You know, he's bringing up the freshmen. He's still bringing the juice, and that's what we need from him.
Yeah, I thought Ben Skoranek was going to pop week 1. Of course, he had the hamstring injury as well. Right. What has he added most since getting healthy?
Yeah. Leadership. He knows, like I said, he had flashcards day 1. He knew everything. He knows every position. If he needs to go play the slot, he can do it. If he needs to go play the boundary, he can do it. Last Saturday, he wants to be to the field, number 1 outside. He can do it. And he showed that yesterday. He showed that in Louisville. He can make contested catches. He's tall. He's rangy. And, again, he's smart. I think he can find green grass and be in the right area at the right time.
Yeah, you kind of just threw 2 balls up to him this week where it was like he had to make you right.
Right.
What is it about him in particular where you just trust in 50-50 situations?
Just first when he came in, you know, he's one of my good friends, and I could see it in his eyes that, I mean, he grew up in Fort Wayne. He wanted to go to Notre Dame. This is the spot for him. And he had a great career at Northwestern, and I can tell this is different for him. He just wants to, you know, leave his legacy here, and he's here for a reason. He didn't come here to, you know, be average, and he wants to have an unbelievable season. He was stepped back a little bit in the beginning, and he knows it's time. And I just got trust. He came out to California during the quarantine. We got reps in, and, you know, I know where he's going to be at the right time. And I just trust him to go up and make the plays. Obviously, I showed that on Saturday. Just those balls, there was 2 defenders there. I need a guy like that, and he was able to do that.
And on the deep touchdown, you took a big shot right as you threw it too. I mean, you're on the ground by the time he caught it. How did you figure out that he actually caught the ball on the field?
I asked one of the linemen. I had no idea. Normally, like if you hit the ground and you hear a roar, and we were at Pitt with fans, it's a pick, right? And if we're at home and you hear a roar, something good happened. I didn't hear anything. There weren't that many people there, so I just heard a couple clapping. Didn't see anything. I got up. The lineman came over. We were cheering. I look up on the board, and they're showing the replay. I was like, "That's what we needed, man. That's why my confidence with him is really high, and he showed that. And I know he's got a lot more to come."
Even though that you guys are undefeated right now, how is having Clemson on the schedule force you to never get complacent in a season like this?
Again, talked about it last week. We feel like we're going like this. We're starting to just gradually get better and better and better. And with Clemson, we know they're there, right? They got to beat Georgia Tech, no doubt. But we know Clemson's, the game right after that. And I think it just motivates everybody. It's obviously going to be a huge game. We got to beat Georgia Tech first, but everyone's just excited for it. It's going to be an unbelievable matchup, and I think the guys are just excited for the opportunity. That's why you come to Notre Dame, playing games like that. It's been circled on the schedule forever, and we still feel like we're gradually getting better and better, and it's a good time to be going up and up.
It is. And I have both eyes watching all of your snaps all year, but side eye kind of always watching Trevor Lawrence and just keeping an eye on what's going on over there. When you watch him play, when you watch highlights, like what makes him a star? What makes him that superstar level?
I think his composure. Obviously, his arms, his physical abilities speak for himself. He's tall. He's faster than a lot of people think. He's extremely accurate. His anticipation is unbelievable. But I think he's really smart, and I think his composure. You never see that kid freaking out when bad plays happen or freaking out when good plays happen. He's level-headed. He's there to win. He's a winner. I've been able to meet him and hang out with him before at the Manning Passing Academy and throw with him as well. He's a good dude, and he's going to be a heck of a quarterback for a long time. So he's just fun to watch in general.
What's his personality like when you get to hang?
He's really grounded, just a good kid. There was 1,000 kids running around at this Manning camp, and he would take hours. Everyone wants his signature, right? So he'd take hours and hang out with everybody. He's just a good dude. He loves to compete. When we were able to go out there and throw with all the college guys, but the main thing I saw was he was sitting there signing stuff for people, having a good time with the kids. He's not too big for that moment.
For sure. You guys on a text basis at all or no?
I have his number. I haven't texted him, but I want to say something to him. When we play him, say good luck the rest of the way and stuff. Yeah,
he did a good job too this all season in terms of getting football on the field too. Like I think he scored a lot of points with a lot of football fans. Take the stance he did to get football back.
No doubt. He was big on social media. I follow him on that. He's got a big voice. He's Trevor Lawrence, and he did a good job. And you could tell he's just a good, grounded kid with everything that he's putting on his social media, trying to help out a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. When I start looking at all these all-time Notre Dame charts, and your name's floating out there with Brady Quinn and Jimmy Colson and Tommy Rees and those guys, what will it mean to you to be etched into eternity with names like that?
It's crazy. I've never really even thought about it until, somebody will say like, "Oh, you just passed Coach Rees," and I just never even think about it. But I think when I leave here, it'll really hit me that, it's just a dream come true. I've been wanting to play college football since I was in 3rd grade. And end up at a place like Notre Dame, just never thought it would have happened. And just to be here, I just feel extremely blessed and fortunate, and just to sketch my name in some of those would be awesome. And I can't really explain it. It's just kind of a dream come true. And it's really fun when you pass Coach Rees, I'll tell you that.
Did you say anything to him? How did that conversation go?
Yeah, he told me in the locker room after the game. I didn't even know about it. And he was like, "You just passed me. Congratulations." And I now have that one on him, so it feels good.
So you talk a little trash or not?
A little bit. I know he's got me in some other stuff that I want, so I'm going to wait a little bit.
Tommy's such a good dude, man. I just feel like the pairing of you two is such a match made in heaven. One number I was looking at that I'm going, how is that possible? Your passer rating when you're clean is 91.8. Under pressure, 124.0. Explain to me how that's possible.
Didn't know that either. I'm not a big stats guy. I learn a lot when you guys tell me that. So that's really good. I like that. I think a lot of teams probably game plan for me and want to bring a lot of pressure. Just means you got to be dialed in even more. You got to understand your reads, and that's going to go back to the whole week of did you prepare the right way to get out of that. And I take pride in that. I meet with Coach Rees a lot. So just to hear that stat, I've never heard before, that it feels really good. It shows that a little bit of it is paying off. I got a lot more to do, but that makes me feel pretty good.
You know what I was also thinking, just looking at the stat, is that you probably haven't been under pressure that much. You know what I'm saying?
I got a great O-line.
Like when you probably look at the plays, it's probably a much smaller sample size under pressure than it is from the clean pocket. What's it like to play behind that offensive line? Are you just standing back there going, "Damn, they're really not here yet"?
Well, I don't know anything. I don't know anything else. Honestly, I've been blessed. Again, fortunate just to play with those guys for so long. They have so many snaps and experience, and to go out there and not have to worry about anything. We'll check some protections here or there, but these guys know it. Jarrett's unbelievable. He does a good job communicating everything. Just to have experience and leadership on the O-line like that, you honestly can't ask for anything more as a quarterback, and that's where it all starts. It starts with them, and I just feel lucky. I got an unbelievable O-line. I've said it, last couple of weeks. I think they're the best O-line in the country. They work like they are. They got great habits, and again, I'm in a great spot, so I love it here.
Do you get freedoms to make checks, do things like that, now being a fifth-year guy that you didn't get in the past?
Yeah, a little bit more. I mean, Coach Rees is in the box. He's got his own plan for sure, and we're able to communicate that, through the sideline. But, yeah, there are checks for certain plays on certain looks, and protection-wise, I get the final say. And I think that's huge just for, my preparation as well.
Mm-hmm. In your mind, how do you define a successful career for a Notre Dame starting quarterback?
Winning a national championship. That's what we need. And we got an opportunity to do that this year. It's early, right? But, again, like you see Clemson on the list, we can see, down the line, if we keep doing what we're doing and keep gradually, getting better every week, playing for each other, it's not out of sight. That's for sure. So I think winning a national championship is the best answer for that one.
The thing about the Clemson game, especially round one, is that it feels like it's a 2-round fight no matter what. Do you feel that too? You know what I'm saying? It's like even if you win round one, you still got to beat them again. If you lose round one, you still got to beat them again.
Yeah, we talked about that. Some of the guys were talking about that a couple days ago. It's a 2-round fight with these guys. We know you're going to see them again. So, again, another opportunity at it, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any other questions, man. I've gone through my entire list. Anything else you want to talk about?
Right on. I don't know. Those were some good questions. I think what makes a true successful Notre Dame quarterback? That's a good question. I might think about that one some more. I know a natty is the easy go-to answer, but that's kind of what we want. We always just talk about graduating our players and winning a national championship. It's written everywhere in our facility and talked about in all the meetings, and that's what we got to do.
How about just any good stories? Like just hanging out with Tommy, like is there anything that sort of paints the image for fans about the bubble boy life and how late you're staying at the facility and watching film, like anything to just bring that to life?
I think there's times, we'll be watching film and I'll leave. It's late. I'll go home, do what I got to do. And then he'll shoot me a text at like midnight and I'm still up, doing something. He'll text me, what do you think here and this? Do you like this? Check out, and he'll send me a little video. Watch this clip, see how he reacts here, blah, blah, blah. Just shows his preparation again. He just enjoys watching film. He enjoys attacking defenses. It's like a chess match. It's finding the right strategies. He's unbelievable at that. He's one of the smartest guys I know. And, people saw that when he was a player. He could see defense. Now he's a coach. It's even better. And I couldn't really think of anybody else to learn from that I would want to learn from. And he's up late grinding, and that's the best. He's going to put me in the right situation, no doubt about that.
He's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
He's a perfectionist. Does it make you want to coach after you're done playing?
Yeah. I don't know. We talked about it before. I'm not sure. I don't really know. Kind of taking every day by day. But I would tell you, like in high school, I thought about it, maybe be a quarterback coach. And then I didn't really know. And then I started playing and I see, what he's doing, how much he enjoys it. It's definitely an option. It'd be, it's a great job. And people say, whenever football ends, it's hard to leave it. You want to get back in it somehow. And that's what he did. He was done. And he was like, he realized real soon that it's part of his life and he wants to be involved in it somehow. And he came right back into it.
Well, we got a quarterback analyst job waiting for you at PFF too. If that doesn't work out, let me know.
All right, sounds good.